Hi, my name is Ed. As Dave said, I'm a grad student in linguistics. I'm going to teach you why nobody ever taught you how to write good and what you can do about it, and why there's nothing wrong with the title of my presentation. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a little bombshell on you here, which is that writing is not language. And you're going to be like, wait, I thought you said you studied this for a living. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. But here are two representations of sentences. And the first one is a picture of sound waves. And the second one is a hierarchical structure. And this is supposed to be what comes out of your mouth. And that was supposed to be what's in your brain. So if you still don't believe me, here's a map of the world color-coded by literacy rate. US and Europe are pretty good. Africa, not so much. What would happen if we recoded this map by rate of people who speak a language, any language? The whole thing goes blue. And this is because writing and language are not the same thing. Unless you have some sort of serious developmental disability, you speak a language. And in fact, in some places in Africa, it's normal to speak 4 or 5 languages, even if you don't write. This is good news for geeks. What this means is writing is technology. It's a specific type of technology that we've developed to augment this awesome power that we have to begin with, which is language. So what are some of the, so for the rest of the talk, I'm going to beat this analogy to death, that writing is to language as biking is to walking. Now, language and walking are two things that humans are particularly good at. We're the only species that has language, and we're the only primates that walk on 2 feet. So we've got an advantage, and we made it even better. So what are some advantages of writing? Well, it's mostly permanent. We can go back and change it, and we can publish it all around the world. Like a bike can let you go faster and further, carry a bunch of stuff, or be more efficient with your energy usage. Here's the thing, though. Writing in the United States is like biking in the Netherlands. In the Netherlands, everybody and their mom has a bike or 3. I was there for the first time last summer, and I haven't biked since I was 9 years old. I almost got killed. Here's the problem, though. Growing up in the writing culture like the US is like growing up in the Netherlands and having no one ever teach you how to ride a bike. You're going to wind up like this guy. And the reason for this is that most people who are trying to teach you how to write can't even tell you the difference between a noun and a verb. This is a problem. It's like having a biking trainer who doesn't know the difference between your hamstrings and your Achilles tendon, and you're going to get injured. But if someone comes along and tells your trainer, oh, I've got some information for you to help you out, like I went to med school, they'll go, piss off, everybody's got legs. I don't need some experts to tell me how this works. So what can you do about it? What you can do is not focus on the petty details of writing. You can focus on 3 big areas: content, context, and clarity, and these are going to help you out be a better writer. Now comes the analogy part. So what if you're doing a bike trip? What's the content? How big of a journey is it? Where are you going? Are you popping around the corner to get a slice of pizza, or are you doing the Tour de France? If you just want some pizza, you can go right now. If you want to do this, you need to do some planning. There's lots of steps along the way. Same for writing. Are you writing 1,400 pages or 140 characters? Maybe something in between. Maybe someone told you you need to write a 10-page essay. That means they want a 10-page size idea out of you. Next one. The other extension of this is on the low end. Mom always said if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. If you don't have anything to say, don't try to write it down. It's just going to lead to a pile of bullshit. In the technical philosophical sense. And if you don't know what that is, Wikipedia it. Next is context. You know where you're going. What does the path look like? What's the terrain? Who's going with you? How much stuff do you have to take? Don't take the time trial bike or the unicycle out on the mountain path. You're going to die. Don't take out the tandem if you're the only person going. It's ridiculous. Same for writing. Who's your audience and what do they know? If grandma doesn't understand your string theory dissertation, it's a problem. It's her problem. If your professor doesn't understand it, that's your problem. They might have some other expectations too, some people might be really big sticklers for stuff. Well, don't let them get you down. Prescriptivists are people who are going to tell you that there's one right way to write, and usually they're on stupid little stuff like to not split your infinitives like I just did. They're basing this on stuff that was written down about the same time as that bike was invented, and they're mostly just wrong. Last up is clarity. RYFD, that stands for read your draft. If it doesn't make any sense to you, it's not going to make sense to anybody else. But you've got a deadline. You don't have time to do this reading stuff. Let me tell you, there's no deadline in the world. It's not worth breaking so you don't sound like Miss Teen South Carolina or How Is Babby Formed. It's not worth it. Anyhow, I hope that gives you some quick pointers. If you're interested in writing and language, I hope you check out Language Log, which is written by a bunch of linguists all around the world. My Lingua blog, which is descriptively adequate. If you're not already following me on Twitter, check me out at CORMANY. Thanks to the organizers, thanks to all of you, and don't fall off your bike.